up, YouTube? What's up, Patreon? How's everybody doing today? We got another Patreon request coming up here. Let me get this straight before I get too far into this video. Stop talking. Isaiah Lee. Hit me up on Patreon. The Patreon link's in the description box above. Wow. Just about passed out or something. Just had a brain fart. I'm gonna delete all that out anyway. Anyway, so I got this request from Isaiah, and this is her apparently playing some instruments. We're gonna see some instrumentation. But Ybn Cordae, man, like the song that YBN has with with Anderson .Paak, like I love that, man. I got the live performance they did. The story behind it, how Andy was like, no, man, the beat's great, song's trash. Then it came and wrote it back and forth. And it's just like, sounds like bros just hanging out. I love it. So, and like, her, man, like every time I watch her, everything she does is just like, it's wild impressive. Like from a storytelling, from like a vocal performance, from like a performing like guitar. I read that she plays a bunch of instruments. So anyway, let me make sure y'all can see this. I appreciate the request. Let's go. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So like the thing is like take a look at this instrument here. There is no fret markers on that instrument. So it's like it's 100% feel. It's 100% feel. So like literally, I don't know how I don't know this specifically for this, but for like a cello or a violin, like if you have your finger on your wrist and you just like slightly roll your finger, like it changes the pitch, right? And like on a bass it'll probably be a little bit less than that, but like to be perfectly in tune is really, really hard to do, right? And like so like these big stringed instruments like this, they're really hard to play. Like it's 100% feel. And like this is every single time I'm impressed right out of the gates. Every single time there's these string instruments, I'm impressed. That low note sounds great.
Every day I pray for mankind, and we're all slaves to a generation socialized in sicknesses in the mind. We are habitual thinkers, substance abusers, and habitual drinkers. So free your mind, because the plug is watching from the top floor, hoping you too will fall for the illusions of a temporary high. What we think we need to get by. But are we really trying when kids are dying and depression is trending? Are these the signs of an Armageddon? We're all in denial, and it's all cool until you're suicidal. We never learn from our so-called idols. We're just repeating the cycle. So I never read the news anymore. It's hard not to feel hopeless when no one noticed the explosion came from a man whose legal gun was loaded. It's all watered down and sugar-coated. And we voted, but do we really get to choose? We don't need proof that they separate us from the truth. Mothers and fathers are being separated from their youth, and they're selling the American dream and what it appears to be, but they don't teach us that wealth is unattainable with their currency. History is not my brother's story. The original founders were buried in the ground where men have planted seeds of disease, and they've justified being thieves, feeding their inner demons and blaming the minorities. It's a World War III, corruption versus greed, not you versus me. But did we ever think of the need for inner peace? They can't put a price on your soul. It don't matter your religion. Right and wrong is something everybody knows. They pick and choose what's equal, who's good and who's evil. And this is the devil's world, but the Lord is coming for his people.
Every time, man, like what an elegant speaker. You know what I mean? Like I'm hoping I didn't interrupt the speech with what I'm about to say, but it's like I'm not willing to interrupt it like every time. And like I've never been one to listen to spoken word like poetry, but it's just like I've never been distracted while she's speaking. Like her presentation, the way that she like she lays it all out, her message is like it's so clear, but it's so catching. Like man, like I would love to write speeches like this. Like if I was like a Toastmasters type, like, and like obviously context aside, but like just like how well she puts it together, and then the message on top of it, like it's just that alone, man. Like what a talent! The fit too. We gotta talk about the fit real quick because like, love it. Leather, sweaty clothes, looks great.
We're like Daniel in the den, surrounded by these hungry lions, looking in the jaws of death. We reach for saving hands. No help will come from man. The Lord is coming.
That was real low. The Lord is coming. Like octave down, obviously, but it's really low, right? This is a really neat setup. Like the microphone took me by surprise because I thought they would have something a little bit more like a hypercardioid for her. Because I mean, to be fair, I thought that she was gonna be singing with upright bass, but it's interesting that they still select this mic just because like it's a very particular mic is all. Like it sounds great, and you can tell right here it sounds great. It's just like it's very particular.
All you people of the land, yeah, bound beneath the weight of all your sorrows, turn around while you still can. There's no guarantee you'll see tomorrow. The doors are open wide. Surrender to the light. The Lord is coming.
Like it's a low note, and like to be able to like I've said this lots. To be able to sing low is one thing. To have sustain and resonance low is a whole nother thing, right? Like it sounds like she doesn't care where the pitch or the register is. She's got lots of that like that sustain to go around, you know. And what else was I gonna say here? What I was saying about the microphone is like there's not lots of that like all up top. This mic neither, like because it's a very similar diaphragm in the microphones. But like I just thought. Like if it were me, if I was setting this up, I would give her something that had a lot of that like top end just to get a lot of the clarity out. But like, I mean, now that I'm saying that out loud during the spoken word, it might kind of mess with it because you might get lost in like, they have like a little bit of a room sound and it might get lost in like the, as it kind of like trails off. I don't know. I'd be fighting myself on that. I just like, the other reason is like they have all these like big large cardioid microphones. Like it looks like there's one above this choir and one above the low like the bass instrument, and the other I think there's percussion instruments over there too. And so like there's pickups. Like I'm assuming the bass would have a plug-in as well because I'm pretty sure it's an electric. I think it's got a plug-in in it. But like that would just be for like that resonance, the room sound. So like I don't know. Like this mic would make sense because like if you're relying on a lot of room noise, then the mic she's singing into wouldn't pick up a lot of that room bleed. It's just then you don't get that like high end top sizzle. Maybe that's just a preference thing for me. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Cordae can sing a little too, right? So like I bet you he's gonna blend right into this. This is gonna be I'm excited. What do we got? 2 minutes left still? Here he is.
See, I know how it feels in the late night, swimming with the great whites, drowning in the deep waters. Know you got 3 daughters.
I appreciate like Cordae's like rhyme patterns, hold on. We're gonna get back to her going back to the bass, but hold on.
See, I know how it feels in the late night, swimming with the great whites.
Like that part, like it's, I don't want to say it's like predictable because it's like I only heard it the once and I knew it, but it's like it's digestible, right? And it's like it's very pleasing to the ear, like late night, great white. Like the rhyme scheme is very like it's I don't want to say obvious. It's just like it's very digestible. Like and he's saying something that's very clear cut still. You know what I mean? Like which like is topping up to what I appreciate from her, right? Like she's not beating around the bush. She's saying what needs to be said. She's saying what her heart needs to say, right? And her going back to playing this bass, man, is so fucking gangster. This is so fucking cool. Like what a talented act, man. Like Jesus.
See, I know how it feels in the late night, swimming with the great whites, drowning in the deep waters. Know you got 3 daughters, could use some resources. Now we just need order. I got my own bad news, forget a reporter. Man, we
And like all that like reporter, like, you know, like all that 3-syllable stuff, like it's not everyone that can do that stuff anymore, man. Like there's talent in Cordae. There's a lot of talent in him, man. I appreciate the shit out of it. I think he's very talented. And seeing him sing too, like with Andy.
ain't even safe. They wanna deport us, or rather keep us boxed in on the street corners. You gon' stop and frisk us, man, at least warn us. My dog's still on probation, they got a leash on us. Far from stupid, in fact I'm smarter than Harvard students. Spark the movement and put an end to this garbage music. Got me thinking like this can't be life. Man, y'all idiots, y'all voted for the Antichrist. Living in this false reality, it's in this picture gallery. Based on a person's profile, we guessing salary.
See, like the do-do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Like I like the fall off part of the bar is just like it's so intentional, cause like in my opinion, because it's like you could have it fall off in the same spot, or you could have it like just chaotically, but it's like he's got it matched and then a double. So it's like he wrote it intentionally that way. Like I love that, man. Lucas Gahn does a lot of that stuff too. I love it. I love it.
Reality, it's in this picture.
And like again, he's just like he's not beating around the bush. He's not trying to hide anything. He's like he's saying, man, like he's pulling on them heartstrings, man. It's just like this is weighty, you know. There's a lot to it.
Based on a person's profile, we guess a salary. Lifestyle that's advertised, quite strategized. Make a minimal amount and then we maximize. Y'all people capping with lies, how they capitalize. Creating their own perception with a massive facade. Digital marketing schemes, even broader regime. Live how you want on the internet. Who thought of this thing? Now I'm a new man, need to find a new plan. God bless America, God bless Sudan. Now I'm a new man, need to find a new plan. God bless America, and God bless Sudan.
That choir, man, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in this. That choir, all these backing vocalists are wailing here.
God bless Sudan.
But like even the like to go to the technical side again, like so Cordae's mic had all that like top like that, and it sounds like they buried it a little bit, but like you can hear it in his consonants versus like the 55, the classic 55 that H.E.R singing into. It's just like contrasting. It's interesting in my opinion. Here, listen, Cordae again.
Need to find a new plan. God bless America and God bless Sudan.
You hear that? Like it's like there's just like a little bit more like EQ availability, it sounds like, than in this microphone. It's just selection. Like I think he was singing into a H.E.R mic too. It's just like I said, it's a finicky mic. That's all. It sounds fantastic. It's just finicky. Woo! Woo! Sorry, I was getting excited over top of it. I missed it. Oh yeah, they give one of the backing vocalists. So the backing vocalist has one of them mics on top too. Like it's just a big condenser mic, and it would pick up like the whole section, right? Like everyone can sing out loud. But now they have the lead, like the lead or like the I don't know what you would call that in like a choir. I think it's a lead. They give them a microphone and then they get to go off now. Like that's so cool, man. That's so cool. I love when these big superstars, these big performers give like people in the band like their space and their spotlights. I love that. Y'all know I love that. See, like I don't think H.E.R learned that just for this song. Like I think she's good at playing that instrument, and she's showing that in this as like a showcase. Because I don't think you could just learn that. Honestly, don't. I've played these instruments before, man. I don't think you could just learn that like just quick. Look at this. And it's like a harmonic at the end. So she got her hand over probably like the 12th fret, as it were, 12th position, and then she plays the string really hard, but her finger just only like kind of half mutes it, and it does like this kind of like half cut. Wish I had an acoustic guitar here to show you, but anyway, it's just like it's all technique, man. It's just like I don't think you could learn that just like right away. Like I don't think you could just pick it up like that. Not that clean, not that accurate. Unreal. See, there it is. That's the one I was talking about. Unreal, man. Like I say, her knows how to pull the heartstrings. She knows how to draw a message. She knows how to point she knows how to say what she wants to say without any sacrifice of like the rhythm, the melody, or the message. Like nothing falters, you know? It's just like, it's so impressive. I'm stunned every time. It's just like, it's one of those, it's like the Beyonce, like it's like the whole scene, everything looks perfect, and then like her in the middle looking like all leathered up like that with like the sunglasses and like the dope mic and everything. Like it's such a spectacle. It's just like I'm here for it. Thank you so much for the request. We'll see everyone again soon.